Am I the a-hole for not wanting to go to my friend's wedding? A bit of a long one, and I'm on mobile, so apologize for any typos. My parents have been fighting for the past 10 years of my life. But this last year has been especially toxic, with constant fighting that is getting closer and closer to becoming physical, but never quite goes there. My mother can be manipulative with just a hint of narcissism. My dad can be stubborn and quick-tempered. You can see how these two don't exactly mix. It's a miracle they've been married for almost 30 years. A bit of background, I am one of 3 children and really the only one that is close to my father. My older brother is a college dropout and is in between jobs right now. IMO, he has a great heart. He just needs a little more time to land on his feet. Little brother is too small to worry about any of these problems, but he does get anxiety and really bad nightmares when people yell. My mother just recently opened up a restaurant that has been doing pretty well, but it is within the same building as my father's bar, so there's been a lot of conflict. About an hour ago, Big Brother told me the plan he's been working on with my mom. They are planning on gutting out everything from the family restaurant, cabinets, fridges, kitchen supplies, everything, while my father is sleeping at home. My mom is also planning on taking the liquor licenses from my father's bar because they are technically in her name, as well as keeping most of the check they got from the mortgage. Needless to say, this would devastate him. The buildings themselves are in my father's name, and he will have to be losing out on double rent for the month with likely no income, as he can't sell any liquor without a license, and it takes a while to get one. He has a fair amount of money in his bank to sustain him for a few months, but not much beyond that. On top of that, he would also be losing his family. I have always been closer to my father as I don't get into trouble, and I'm currently putting myself through college. My father grew up in a really rough town and lost his dad when he was only a kid. He dropped out of school in 5th grade and has been working non-stop pretty much ever since. So I can see why he would have conflict with somebody like Big Brother or Mom and always be on edge. He has provided for me ever since I was born in what I believe to be the only way he really knew how. I don't want to go no contact with him, but I am planning on moving with my mother. I'm in conflict with myself because I'm fully aware of where we're going, what we're doing, and when it's going to happen. I also know how terrible it will be for him and don't think he deserves it, but I don't want to do anything that would potentially put my mother at risk. TLDR. I am aware of my mother's plans to ruin my father's life. I don't want to put my mother at risk, but I also don't think he deserves it. So Reddit, let me hear it. Am I the a-hole for knowing my mother's plans to destroy my father's life but doing nothing about it? Edit. To clarify by what I mean by at risk. As I said, it's never been physical, but it has gotten really close. I feel like in several cases had me or Big Brother not been there, it definitely would have been, with 100% of the physical aggression coming from his side. So when I say at risk, I feel like this is something that, if I were to tell him, it would set him off so much that I don't know what he would do. It's entirely possible that he would try to ruin my mother's life in retaliation for her trying to do it to him.